What's going on YouTube? Adam Gomez here, aka DJ Adam G, aka the Incredible Bulk, coming to you today with the video called 5 Great Songs That DJs Don't Play Anymore. So let's jump right in and let's start right off with a little bit of a sort of a history. I'm not sure if many of you know, and probably a lot of you don't, but this channel started off as a music channel way back probably about 8 years ago. Like my name implies, I am a DJ, DJ Adam G, and I've been a DJ for a very long time. So back then when I started the channel, that's what I started up on, was music. I have a couple of very popular videos where I couldn't find videos to music like, let's say, Nucleus's Jam On It, and I wanted to use that song when I was going to go VJ, video jockey, so you play videos, when I was going to go VJ at a club. So I compiled some movie clips, set the high quality music to those high definition clips, created a video, and this channel was created in that manner. Slowly but surely it turned into like tips and tricks and DJ intros and DJ logos. And then from there, somehow it got into a bit of gaming, mobile gaming, and then it's come to what it is today, where you get these talking head videos, and I talk about random subjects, just like last video I did talking about the Apple HomePod. So it's been a transformation. Now, all along that time, you, my audience, a lot of you have wanted me to get back into the music side of things. And I must admit, I love music, so I have wanted to get back into the music side as well, too. The thing about that is with YouTube, it's very easy to get a copyright strike or a channel strike when you're playing someone else's copyrighted content. So I had gotten to a point way back when, and luckily it's all gone away, where I already had 2 strikes. And if you get that 3rd strike, then boom, there goes your channel. And I didn't want to lose my channel because not only had I already, gained a good amount of subscriptions, but at that point it had gotten to a point to where I started to make a little bit of money off of it. Not like anything like today, which is not a lot anyways, but not like anything like today, but still the excitement of that, it felt like I was getting patted on the head and doing something good, even though at that point it was literally, a few pennies or a few dollars, but it still felt like a reward for doing something good. So I didn't want to lose that by getting another strike, so I stopped with the music stuff. But the last video I did, again about the HomePod, I played little snippets of music, and to my surprise, I didn't get a copyright strike, and I think it's just because I played the little pieces. So that has given me the confidence to create today's video, which is, again, 5 great songs that DJs don't play anymore, part 1. If this, type of video takes off and you guys like this content, well then, hey, I can create part 2 all the way up to part 10,000. Now today is focusing a little bit on, old school rap, and not real old school, but like early 90s, early 2000, also old school R&B. But I have so many songs up here that I always come back to, but you don't really hear out there. So I'm talking anywhere from like old school, which back in the day in the 80s, they called it freestyle music, which isn't like freestyle rapping, which you kids think of today, kids. It was more of like a high energy, kind of like Lookout Weekends, Trinier, Debbie Deb, things like that, if you know what I'm talking about, which those are the popular ones. But again, there's ones that weren't as popular that are just as great, if not better, and they don't get that same airplay. And I don't blame DJs. Of course, they want to play the newest stuff and keep up with the newest trends and whatnot. But there's just so much great music that you can't deny it. And every once in a while when you're in your car jamming or you're at a club and they play one of those classics that you haven't heard in a while, it kind of lifts the spirits, like, oh, snap, like, whoo. And that's what I want to give to you guys today. Now, these are very sort of specific to me in the area. I live in a place called Bakersfield, California. So I'm more so going off of what I hear in our local stations, as well as stations from like Los Angeles, which I can get over here, and then our local clubs and whatnot. I just noticed that a lot of the songs that I remember and I like when they play old school stuff, they leave these ones out. So that's enough rambling. We'll go ahead and jump right into it with our first track, which, by the way, the artist is freaking awesome. He's got a lot of tracks that people still play to this day. Tonight, Dollars and Cents, Just Like Compton. But that's DJ Quik, of course. One of the tracks that I've noticed, which was a great track, a lot of people don't play, is I Don't Want to Eat It, which I think is one of my very favorite DJ Quik songs. So we'll play a little snippet of that.
You don't understand me, goddammit. I don't want to eat it. No, baby, I don't want to eat it.
Man, we'll get into a little further.
Now my back got so, but this little nigga kept coming in my face like she was on the dance floor.
Anyways, that's enough of that. But a lot of people, DJs, everybody, when I talk to them about this song, they either don't even remember it or they're like, oh, yeah, this album was full of classics, by the way. And DJ Quik's catalog, again, is full of classics that a lot of them get played to this day. But for some reason, somehow, this track got lost in the, multitude of awesome songs that he has. And it's one of my all-time favorites. Now, again, if this gets popular, I want to make more reiterations of this video with different tracks and whatnot. But when you talk about DJ Quik, there's a lot of people in his crew back then that, again, they don't get a lot of play. I remember Second to None. If you want it, baby, I got it. Now, I don't know about you, where you're from. Maybe the DJs play that a lot, but for some reason, it doesn't get no play over here. Just like High C. I don't know if you guys remember the rapper High C, sitting in the park. I mean, he had some really, really good jams with an awesome DJ by the name of Toni G. And, you just don't hear that good stuff anymore. So, yeah, that's my number one pick for the number one video is DJ Quik's I Don't Want to Eat It. And I think you know what he's talking about. But yeah, we'll just jump right into the second song here. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. For everybody that doesn't have some V or some D out there, then, happy regular day, I guess, whatever. But track number 2.
But you don't hear me though.
That's enough of that. Oh, let's get a little bit further in. Woo! Rodney O and Joe Cooley, but you don't hear me though. I don't know if you guys remember this track. Again, another one of those ones where when you ask people about it again, they're like, I don't remember that. Maybe they're too young, the people I'm talking to. Or they're like, oh, wow, I haven't heard that in forever. And Rodney O and Joe Cooley in general, those guys haven't been around for a long time and they're older, but their songs are just classic. It was really hard to pick one song for this catalog. So later on in future videos, again, if they get popular, I will play some more Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Oh, man, they got so many good songs. Oldie but goodie, Getting Ready to Roll, This Is for the Homies, Everlasting Bass, Nobody Disses Me. Just classics. I remember a long time ago, I used to have the best of Rodney O and Joe Cooley cassette tape. And man, that cassette tape was just awesome. I think I wore that thing out. And then later on when CDs came in, I got the best of Rodney O and Joe Cooley CD. And even that, I think they picked about 12 or 13 songs. That must have been hard for them because they just have such an awesome catalog of songs. But again, I don't know if it's just where I'm at. Maybe where you're at is something different. Let me know in the comments down below. But you just don't hear a lot of Rodney O Joe Cooley. Now, I understand the radios. Again, radio stations want to play the newest songs and whatnot. But if I was in a club, and last time I DJ'd in a club, which I think was the Padre here locally, I definitely played all this music, and people would just turn up. This is old school awesomeness at its best. Maybe it's just been forgotten. There's so many millions and millions and millions of songs, billions probably, that, I mean, it's bound to happen. But I want to bring this awesome goodness back to you. So yeah, that was number 2. We'll go ahead and jump right into number 3. That's a Dina Howard, by the way, which I'm sure you all know. Let's go a little bit further. Woo! Man, that song is just so classic and just so groovy and funky. I think if you hear it really loud and with really good equipment, it's just an amazing track, a very fun party track, not real hyped and super high BPM, but still just a calm, cool, chill out R&B track. I think it's an absolute classic. As far as the Dina Howard goes, I think she was a bit of a one-hit wonder. Now, I'm sure she had a couple good tracks. I can't remember offhand any more besides this one, but this by far is her best track that she ever put out. Again, you really don't hear it, or at least where I'm at, you don't hear it on the radio or in the clubs. But again, if I ever play, wherever I play, this is a classic, and I always play this jam, and it always garners a response from the crowd. Everybody just loves the track, whether they've never heard it and they ask me, what is that? Or whether they're like, oh my God, I remember that. Awesome, awesome, awesome track. This is the R&B side of thing. Again, later 90s and 2000s. There's a lot of our awesome artists that I could have included here. There's one more R&B track in the list. But again, it's very, very hard. And I could put some of those artists in later videos, whether it be Brownstone, Groove Theory, SWV, Jade. Oh my God, Jade, don't walk away. Sorry, I can't sing. But yeah, just awesome, awesome, awesome tracks. Star-Lord there, by the way. Awesomeness. I really, really like this track. It's just a classic, but for one reason or another, DJs don't play it. I created this playlist. It's a public playlist. So if you go to my channel and go to my playlist, it's called Songs DJs Don't Play #1. And if you want, I will do this every time I create these videos. I'll make these little playlists so you don't have to hunt them down. You could just find them right in my playlist and download them or whatever you want to do from there. So let's go ahead and jump right into track number 4. Man! Woo! Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mad Skillz, Everybody Move Your Body, or Move Your Body, is just an awesome, awesome, awesome track. I absolutely love it. And surprisingly, commercially, I don't think a lot of people even heard this when it first came out. Let alone now, probably maybe 15, 20 years later, however old the song is. Just awesome classic songs. Now, Mad Skillz has got Mad Skillz, first of all, by his name, but he's got an awesome, awesome library of songs, a catalog of tracks. But for me, by far, this is his absolute best track. There's really not much more I can say about it. This song, if you've never heard it, I highly recommend you download it right now. Pause this video, go download this track. You will thank me, thank me, thank me. If you have heard it and you remember it but haven't heard it in a while, well, you're welcome to, because this song is just mind-blowingly amazing. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I have a lot of fond memories to this track. I used to have a Cadillac when I was a kid with the sound system, again with the cassette deck at first, but then moved to a CD player and had the separate EQs and 4 6x9s and 2 12-inch Planet Audios. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, oh wow. And when this came out, I just kept it on repeat, and I could just remember rolling, blowing a blunt, and just listen to this over and over again. And when I would DJ, I would play it probably 2 or 3 times a night. I would space it out, of course, and every time I played it, people would just flock to the dance floor. It's not a real fast, again, techno-y fast song, but it's a cool, sort of relaxing, grooving track, which kind of seems to be a theme for this playlist here. And I can get into higher BPMs for later videos, but this one is just more of a calm, cool, relaxed. When I think of Mad Skillz, I also think of other artists, and maybe they're not from the same genre or same coast or whatever, but it reminds me also a lot of Mims, which I don't know if you guys remember Mims. Again, another artist that just doesn't get played, but for some reason they remind me of the coolness, the wordplay. I just think this is an awesome, awesome track. And that's really about it. So now we're going to jump into the last and final track, number 5 of this list. If you've made it this far, thank you guys so, so much. Again, in the comments down below, let me know what you think about this video. If you want to see more of this type of video, so many songs come to my mind. This brain is like a hard drive library of just awesome, awesome tracks. So we'll jump into number 5 here. Wow, amazing, amazing track right there. That is, of course, Toni Braxton, Making Me High. Woo, that song just is awesome. It was a club banger. Now, again, not really fast, anything like that, but just an awesome, funky, chilled out R&B track. I think it was just an awesome, awesome song. Again, just like most of the people on this list, Toni Braxton has an amazing catalog of songs. Most of her songs sort of lean towards the more slower, R&B love type of tracks, which would be perfect for today, Valentine's Day 2018. But my number one favorite Toni Braxton song, when you talk to me about Toni Braxton, this is the song I remember. You're Making Me High, or Making Me High. Just an awesome, awesome track that, again, you don't hear a lot on the radios or in the club. And if I'm wrong about that in your region, let me know. Say, hey, here in Florida, or here in New York, or here in Timbuktu, or wherever, they play that all the time. I'm tired of it. And then that way I can know. But as far as California goes, Bakersfield, California, you just don't really hear that track anymore. And I again, it's one of the classics that I always pull out of my hat that get people on that dance floor. Just an awesome, awesome song. So that's pretty much it. I want to go into, and I don't want to do too many, a couple, well, I'll do one major honorable mention that was really hard to keep off of this list, but I couldn't really pick one track off of the whole album, and that was the Twins, Twinz. They're from Eastside Long Beach, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you guys that. You remember, Warren G and all that G-Funk era. But if you don't remember the Twins, I think they only had one album, which was called Conversation. I don't know if they ever came out with another album. I know they were featured on a lot of other tracks, but get that album, Conversation, if you can. It is amazing. Of course, everybody knows Round and Round, Eastside LB, but there's so many more good tracks on that CD. You can let that CD just play from beginning to end, and it's just amazing. Good Times is on there. Sorry I Kept You. Jump to This. Just amazing, amazing tracks. Again, if I make more of these videos, if you guys like this, top 5 DJs or 5 great song DJs forgot to play or whatever, if you like this video, I'll make more. I will definitely be including some of the Twins tracks in those future videos if that happens. But yeah, I don't want to do too much honorable mentions because it could kind of mess up my future videos. But again, everything East Coast, West Coast, down south, country, R&B, 80s, 70s, disco, pop, whatever, country, anything you want to hear, you let me know. You guys let me know if you like this video, and I promise you I'll make more. Now, if I edit this and upload it and it gets demonetized, I will take it down and re-edit it again and play less of each track. That way, hopefully it won't get a copyright content issue. And I don't blame those artists. They don't want nobody stealing their content. But I'm just playing little pieces of each song to remind the public of how awesome these tracks were. So I'm not playing the whole track and trying to steal people's stuff. I just want to have a public service announcement. Hey, do you remember these awesome songs? Well, go and buy them, whether it be from the Play Store or the Apple Store or whatever you call those places. YouTube, go get these songs. They're absolutely amazing. All right, everybody, I'm DJ Adam G. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you like this video. Also, share this on your Facebook and whatnot. Speaking of Facebook, if you want my Facebook, let me know. I'll give it to you on there. I actually go live quite a bit and do my little DJ mixes live on there. So if you're interested in seeing some of those that I would never do on here, because I would definitely get a copyright strike. But if you want my Facebook info, let me know and I'll put it in the comments or in the description so you guys can check me out on Facebook or Instagram or wherever and see when I go live and do a little bit of mixing. All right, everybody. Peace.